I'm Jason from Fuzzlord Effects, and today we're going to be checking out this new guitar that I just got from Aluminati Guitars in Asheville, North Carolina. This is the Nebula DX model with a polished aluminum neck. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the guitar, checking out some features, playing some riffs, and hearing it in a mix. So we're starting right now. Don't go anywhere. This is the Aluminati Guitars Nebula DX with a polished aluminum neck. It comes with two Lawler Imperial pickups, a single volume tone with a pickup selector, CTS pots, all very high quality hardware like Spurzell tuners, a brass nut that's a bolt-in nut so you can remove it for cleaning or changing out for like different string sizes, for example, and one of Aluminati Guitars' custom signature aluminum bridges. The neck is made out of 6061 T6 aluminum and is actually hollow on the inside to help with resonance and weight. The lucite body is chambered to help reduce the weight, as well as giving it a very unique mid-range focus resonance. I know a lot of people haven't had the chance to play a guitar like this that has a hollow lucite body and a hollow aluminum neck, so I just wanted to describe it a little bit of what it feels and sounds like in a way that I think you can understand. Imagine you have a thin hollow body style guitar. Those have a very specific sound that a lot of people really like because they're very open and they cut through a mix nicely. So it's very similar to that, but it has a bit more of a focus and a sharp mid-range. And I feel like they feed back a lot less quickly because they are enclosed and they're just chambered out. So take that same concept and extend that all the way through the neck, hollow neck again, and instead of using wood, we're using something that is a very resonant material. Aluminum is a material that transfers vibrations very efficiently, so that's going to change the way the overall instrument sounds and how it feels in the attack of the strings. So hopefully that paints a picture in your mind of what this guitar feels and plays like. So we're going to play some riffs and see what this Nebula DX sounds like. We're running into a DR103 style amplifier, very clean amplifier. We're going to be running into an Emperor Cabinets 1x12, 1x15 GT guitar cab, miking it up with a pair of SM57s. If you want to know more about any of the gear we're using in this demo, especially this Nebula DX guitar, check out links in the description below. So I'm curious to know what you thought of the clean tone of this Nebula DX, how those Lawler pickups sounded. Drop a comment below, and I'm also curious to know if you've ever played an aluminum necked instrument before. So before we check out a couple more riffs and hear this guitar in a full mix, why don't we check out a couple more details of this Nebula DX from Aluminati Guitars. So it has a 12-inch radius on the fingerboard, so it's very comfortable feeling. A 25.5-inch scale with 22 jumbo stainless steel frets. Stainless steel frets are meant to last a lifetime, so these are going to stand up to time very well and be very rugged. It has a bolt-on brass nut Again, brass nut is to help with the resonance of the guitar and to give it specific tone. And it's a bolt-on nut. There's actually machine screws that you can get to from the back of the neck, so you can take the nut out to clean it, or you can swap it out for a different nut that is cut for a different string gauge. These guitars are made to order, and you can fully customize a whole bunch of the specs. So I let them know what kind of strings I like to use, for example, and they cut the nut to fit those strings. They ship the guitar with my favorite strings, which is Diodario EJ21s, and it was set up very nicely. Just a ever so slight little bit of neck relief, low action, and it plays really nice right out of the box. So I thought that was really cool, and it's one of those things where you're really getting an instrument that was made for you. First thing I noticed on the guitar is I pulled it out of the hard shell gator case. It's a flight case for all the professional musicians out there that are traveling. And it had this nice little write-up luthier card. It just had all the different little notes about what I wanted out of this guitar and everyone that has worked on it. And it's even got my name at the top. So I pulled that out, and I just thought that was such a nice personal touch, and you got to see the names and the dates of all of the people that were involved in your instrument. Couple few things that really stood out to me about this guitar was the pick guard, the bridge, the nut, and then all of the panels on the back that house the electronics are all custom made by Aluminati guitars. This is all to their very specific specifications in their design. One thing that they mentioned, I saw in some of the other videos about the guitars when I was checking them out, was that the pick guard and all of the pieces on the back and everything are completely flush with the top of the guitar, so it's really comfortable to play. The bridge has a very low profile, and again, with that low action, it's just very comfortable to play, especially for palm muting and things like that. Something else that you can talk to Aluminati about is you can get these filled up with LEDs and backlit. So this is blue on stage or in a darker room or outside. This looks absolutely beautiful. To answer the question that I know a lot of people are wondering right now, especially when they see these guitars that look heavy, this guitar is not as heavy as it looks because of the chambered body and the hollow core neck. It weighs just about 9 pounds, which is actually less than a Les Paul. So very comfortable to play, sitting down or standing up with the strap. Let's check out what this Nebula DX sounds like in a full band mix. So drop a comment below and let me know what you think about this. I think it's really awesome to see guitar companies doing new and innovative things using different materials, changing the way guitars are put together. Like for example, the pickups on this guitar adjust from the back of the guitar, just streamlines everything on the front. I'm curious to know what you think about people taking a modern approach to guitar building. I think it's something really awesome to see. And it's one of the reasons that I think what Aluminati Guitars is doing is so interesting. Not only are these necks and these bodies about the very specific sound that these materials give, when I was talking to James, the owner of Aluminati Guitars, about it and his ideas behind what he was doing, was that he wanted to make instruments, guitars and basses, that weren't using materials that were rare and extinct, things like rare tone woods, for example, like different kinds of woods that are not easy to get anymore. And really, we've made quite the impact on the environment by doing that. So the idea is to make modern instruments that sound very good, play excellent, but also use materials that are going to be able to be produced for a very long time. And aside from that, instead of getting to talk about tone woods in forums and things like that, now we get to talk about resonant tone metals, which sounds a lot more interesting to me. So drop a comment below. I'm curious to know what you think about that, or if you got any other favorite guitar builders that are just doing really unique stuff. I think this is one of the best examples of a unique modern guitar. Again, I'm Jason from Fuzzlord Effects, and I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. We really have fun talking to everybody in the comments, so drop a comment below. Let me know where you're watching from, something you liked about this demo, something you'd like to see on the channel, or maybe let me know if you've ever played an aluminum necked instrument before. If you want to know more about Aluminati guitars, the Nebula DX I was playing today, I'm going to leave a link to their website in the description below. If you're ever in Asheville, North Carolina, they got a new showroom, a retail store, so be sure to stop by, play some basses, play some guitars, and tell them that I said hi. If you want to keep up with me on a daily, check out the Instagram page at Fuzzlord Effects. If you want to help support this YouTube channel, check out the link to our Patreon page. If you want to check out some pedals, t-shirts, hats, or anything else in between, fuzzlordeffects.com in the description, take you right there. So until next video, I will talk to you all in the comments. But before we wrap up, speaking of Patreon, I want to give a big thank you to all of our Patreon supporters whose names are running on the screen right now. These are all the people that help support this YouTube channel and make it possible for us to do things like have an awesome space to record demos at. So I really appreciate each and every one of you whose names are on the screen right now. Also want to give a big thank you to Jeremy Hansen, Rustin Rossenberger, David Deigler, Steve Reese from Does It Doom, and all of the folks at Aluminati Guitars. Really appreciate you folks. Again, I will talk to you all in the comments, and I will see you next video.